Necessity never made a good bargain. Ben Franklin. Although what I'm going to talk about today is definitely not a necessity, it has become a passion of mine. The topic today is Squishmallows, how grew my collection by buying them for cents on the dollar, and how I've grown my collection into something worth thousands of dollars. Squishmallows were created in 2017 by Kelly Toys and Jazzwares. The first character was Cam the cat, followed by Fifi the fox and Windy the frog. Going from three characters to growing into 2,700 of individual characters. Each comes with an individual name, a personal story, and a squish date on their distinct tag. One of the most important things that sets them apart is the soft siliconized polyester fiber they are made out of. Nobody has ever used this fabric before. They come in several sizes from 2.5 inches, this little guy right here, all the way up to 26 inches, which is in the other room. I have a couple of them. These adorable things have become as popular as the Beanie Babies craze of 1990s. Beanie Babies are still collected by many people, the most expensive being Princess the Bear, a commemorative made for Princess Diana, Princess of Wales. Princess can still get you in between 1 million to 5 million. There are still many more Beanie Babies worth hundreds and thousands of dollars, and their collectors are still very serious. Kelly Toys, the maker and producer of Squishmallows and all Squishmallow products, have a genius approach at selling their products. Well, I believe they do. This approach is how I am able to pay only pennies for my beloved Mallows. Squishmallows are created by what squad they belong to. This is helpful in deciding which Mallows you would like to collect and also the amount they are worth in the collecting world. But what I believe makes them so smart is they release new Squishmallows every single holiday. I mean, every holiday. The most popular holidays for Squishmallow sales is Valentine's Day, but I make sure to hit all of them starting a few days after said holiday is over. The major holidays are Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, and Easter. This is how I figured out how to get them so reduced. One day I was shopping at Fred Meyer's in Bremerton, and I believe it was about a month after Christmas, and I was digging through the huge amount of Squishmallows. A month would normally be way too long to go look for a sale item after Christmas, but I found a flip mallow. This is another product made by Squishmallows. It's two Squishmallows, you flip them inside out, and they're normally more expensive than a regular Squishmallow. I couldn't find a price tag, so I took it up to the gentleman that was working the counter and asked him if he could see how much it cost. And we were both shocked to find out it was 7 cents. I walked out of there with tax paying 8 cents for this, and that is what has started me on collecting. It took me a lot of having to go back and forth and put a lot of store in and out of all the stores I found that mark these amazing items down this low. The stores I frequent are number 1, Fred Meyer's, number 2, Walgreens, and number 3, Walmart. These 3 stores are the ones that will mark them down by at least 80% within a week of the holiday. Another that sells them at a very reduced price always is Grocery Outlet. While you won't get them for pennies, I am able to find some of my most sought after characters there for only $5.99. That is still huge. They get characters that have been off the market for 1 or 2 years for some reason. I'm always looking at St. Vincent and Goodwill also. As long as they have a tag on them and they're clean, I will buy them. Because of the newfound knowledge of obtaining extremely discounted Squishmallow, Fuzzmallows, and every related mallow, I ended up having over 300 of all sizes in about a year time. Because I loved these adorable things, I began searching for like-minded individuals that could possibly have some of the squads that I collected specifically and was unable to purchase for cents on the dollar. I only wanted to collect certain squads, but when only paying such low amounts, I would buy anything I got my hands on. This led to the journey of selling these highly collectible items. These are the many reasons my husband and I started searching for collector sites. Of course, the internet was going to be the best place for us, but what sites would work? Right away, we found Poshmark, a Squishmallow collector's heaven. This site is the #1 site to buy or sell Squishmallows, and so many other things. I love it for the designer handbags too. Unfortunately, Poshmark was a bit much work for me. I love taking pictures of my Squishmallows, editing the pictures. Heck, I even make cute backgrounds, but the women on Poshmark put so much into their closets, they are called, and they live stream the sales multiple times a day. So we wanted to find something more our speed, and it led us to none other than Facebook. Not Marketplace as you would think. They are starting to catch on, but just Facebook. You type in Squishmallows and hundreds of people's accounts will pop up. So now that you know where to sell and buy, you should know what your collection actually is worth. We found and use an app for our phone called Squad app. It allows you to enter your entire collection so you have it right at your fingertips. You can also add ones you are looking for and receive texts when they find them. Anytime a new item hits the market, it is added to this app. There are many to choose from, so it's what works for you. They even put links to different stores online or not, where you can find them and how much they cost. They have the most information out of any of the collector apps I've seen. In conclusion, investing in Squishmallows is relatively simple if you know the time and place to do so. There is a large profit margin if you know when to buy at the right time and sell the right place. And my favorite part is having a soft, huggable friend anywhere I turn in my rooms. I hope you learned and enjoyed.